I have always really liked these flat screen CRT TVs, and I still like to use them even today. This is a Samsung DynaFlat HD. It's a 32-inch, and it can accept up to 1080i HD signals through component. It's got a real good bass, just good speakers in general. The only thing that's missing on this TV really is a DTV tuner, but I have a converter box for that if I want to watch over-the-air broadcasts. But the main thing I'm going to be talking about in this video is hooking these TVs up to modern streaming devices. Now this TV has a lot of inputs. It's got composite video and audio and S-video on the side. And then it's got component on the back, S-video on the back, and more composite. So plenty of inputs. Picture quality is great on this TV. We'll come over to the side and see this HDMI to component video converter. And I have an Amazon Fire TV stick going into the HDMI port, and it comes out of the component ports and goes into the back of this TV. You can change the resolution on this. Let's see, where is that button? Yeah, the video button is what changes the resolution, but in this case I have it putting out 1080i. It's receiving 1080p from the Fire Stick and outputting 1080i to this TV. And I will turn on the TV in just a second and we'll see it working. Alright, let's go ahead and turn on the TV. And right now the Fire Stick is asleep, but you'll notice the output signal is 1080i 60 from that converter box. So I will turn on the Fire Stick and we'll check on some more things here. Alright, go to home. There's our input signal, 1080p, outputting 1080i to this TV. Now on the TV remote we'll hit display, and you can see that we are now getting, according to the TV, a 1080i input, and it handles it just fine. Take a look at all the inputs. So we got our RF in, video 1, 2, 3, and 4, S-video, DVD, which I believe uses component as well, and DTV, which is component, and that's what we are running the Fire Stick on right now. And we'll go through some stuff on the Fire Stick. We'll go to YouTube, and we can watch YouTube on TV. And we'll go to my history and I guess just one of my videos.
This is a 5050 BTU WCI air conditioner. This was sold Sears originally. Gotta take it apart, I was just cleaning it.
Okay. So as you can see, the Fire Stick works perfectly fine with this CRT TV. You just need to have a converter like that. That one, again, is an HDMI to component. They also have HDMI to composite and HDMI to S-video if you happen to have a TV that doesn't have component inputs, or just has like composite or S-video. You would get the appropriate converter box. If your TV does have component input, then that would be the best one to use because it gives you the best picture quality and it can handle HD. Now, not all CRT TVs with component input can handle high definition signals, so you'll have to go through the different output resolutions on one of those to get it to set up to where it's supposed to be, where the TV can display it. Because if you try to output a HD signal on a non-HD CRT through component, it's not going to work properly. And if you want to watch over-the-air broadcasts, well, all you need is a DTV converter. This TV has an analog tuner in it. There were a few CRTs made towards the end of the CRT era that had built-in digital tuners, but this one does not. I just turned on the DTV converter box, so let's switch over to the composite input that's hooked up to, and we can watch live over-the-air TV. Here's the remote for the DTV converter box. You can turn that on and off separately. Turn it back on. And there we go, we got live TV. Go back to component, and of course you can watch live local stations with a Roku stick or with the Amazon Fire Stick. So to keep that in mind, if you don't want to get a converter box and hook up an antenna, you can just use the streaming device that you have connected to the HDMI to whatever output converter you have. So just thought I'd show this because, like I said, I really like these TVs and I think they're cool, and it's nice to be able to still use them in 2024. I have a few others as well that I have Fire Sticks hooked up to, and another one with a Roku stick hooked up to it, and it's just nice to be able to keep using these things rather than just get rid of them because they don't have an HDMI port. You can easily and cheaply get around that with one of these devices. And in this case, this was a really high-end TV at the time. Very good picture quality, tons of inputs, very good sound. So it's nice to keep something like this running because I'm sure this was pretty expensive when it was new. Here's another CRT that I have repurposed. This is a Philips 27-inch CRT, and I have a Roku stick hooked up to this one and a DTV converter box. Here are the remotes for this. Got the TV remote itself. This is for the converter box for the DTV, and then the Roku remote. This TV has component video input just like that Samsung that I showed before. Of course, this one is not high definition capable, so you have to set the converter, the HDMI to component converter correctly for this thing to actually be able to display it, but that's still the best quality video output that you can get on these TVs. Right, here's the Roku stick, and as you can see I have it going in directly to this converter. This one's smaller than the other one, and the component cables are permanently hooked up to it. That's the output on that side. But it does have to be powered by USB, as you can see, and then it has the HDMI input. And you can select the correct resolution on this, the output resolution, because there is a button on the side right there for changing that. Alright, let's turn the TV on. And we'll see what our input is right now. We are on component video in. So let me hit the home button on the Roku remote and we'll get to see it. There you go. And that's what we're putting out. Go to YouTube, because why not? So yeah, just like the other one, works perfectly fine. Alright, let's change the input to AV2, and we'll turn on that DTV converter box. And there we go.
To find, they're all right here, under one roof, connected by hallways.
Now we're watching over-the-air TV. And we'll go back to Roku. We can watch live TV on Roku if we don't want to use an antenna. So that's pretty cool. And here's the last one I'm going to show in this video. This is a 20-inch CRT. This one is branded Legend. These were sold with campers a number of years ago. My parents bought a camper back in, I think, 2007 or something, and this came with it. I also have an LCD TV that's branded Legend that also came with an RV. But I got this one down here on my workbench, and I like to use it to watch YouTube videos and stuff when I am working down here. I can watch movies on it, Netflix, all that stuff, because I have an Amazon Fire Stick hooked up to this as well, going through an HDMI to AV output. And this TV has composite video on the back and on the front, but I'm using the back ports. And really the only options you get in this converter are to switch between NTSC and PAL. So yeah, I'm going to turn the TV on and the Fire Stick. I do need to get a new Fire Stick. This is actually one of the really old ones, and it's getting kind of slow. So I'm going to be ordering a new one for this TV. Let's turn the TV on. And you can see the Fire TV operating system starting to come up there. And yeah, same as the other two TVs, it works perfectly fine. You got all your streaming services that you could ever want. Roku channel, which has live TV without having to use an antenna. Go to YouTube. So yeah, there you go. That is YouTube. I'll just click on a random video of mine, I guess. This one. Go back to the beginning. Here's the TV's remote.
Air conditioner. It's a 5200 BTU. Has a Macmillan fan motor, which I've never seen in an air conditioner.
Yeah, you can watch YouTube videos and all that good stuff. So even a simple old CRT TV like this can still be used with a modern streaming device if you have the right adapter, and these do not cost much. So if you're like me and you like to keep old stuff running and you don't like to see good stuff go to waste, then this is for you. These converters are awesome because they allow you to use these TVs with modern devices, and I think that's great.